Second round begins and there's no touch of the gloves because Tony opened up with a left roundhouse kick to the body. So there's no time for that. The lack of glove touching and immediate strike says a lot about Tony's state of mind. It means he wants to start working right away, increasing his striking output and consequently bury Cerrone. But Tony showed here that increasing your attacks does not necessarily mean getting hit all the time. So despite wanting to increase his strikes, he still thinks about being defensively responsible. It demonstrates that Tony is a rational fighter and thought about his techniques in practice. For example, here he was measuring his distance and was during the process to decide when to strike. But Cerrone tried a roundhouse kick and he jumped back, avoiding getting hit by the kick. All the great fighters in the world think about defense. Defense is very important for a pressure fighter with high output. One thing that I'm amazed by Tony is his defense. If you're not paying attention, it might seem like he just attacks and he's lucky with the wins. That is not what happens. His record shows it. Nobody gets 12 winning streak in UFC by getting lucky. In this video, we will understand how he added one more win against a top UFC fighter. His striking variety makes him unpredictable. It makes him unpredictable, hard to read, hard to anticipate his strikes. But let's watch this. He was in southpaw stance, switched to orthodox and throws the check hook. Who does that? There's no way Cerrone was expecting that. He switched stance and right away threw the check hook. It's an unexpected blow, that's why Cerrone missed with the jab and he landed the hook. And he hurt Cerrone a little bit because he didn't see it coming. Remember, we're still in the first 10 seconds of the fight and they threw a roundhouse kick, avoided a jab and landed an unpredictable check hook that hurt Cerrone. That's a great pace for Ferguson and a terrible one for Cerrone. One of the strikes he used in this fight that makes him unpredictable is the blow that Mayweather also uses. Out of nowhere, he throws his right hand. It's a not powerful punch, but he uses it to land and confuse his opponent. He used several jabs and 2 power jabs. He also used 4 running kick. He chased his opponent and then landed the kick. Cerrone used to rush his opponents and had great success with it. However, this was not the case with Tony Ferguson. In fact, Tony lured Cerrone to rush him because he was prepared for it. Let's understand how he countered Cerrone punching combo. Cerrone uses this combo to back off his opponent, reduce his opponent's pressure, gain breathing room, and earn damages. He rushed at least 7 times in this round. Ferguson used strikes to counter it. He mainly used hooks, but he also used elbow, right hand and uppercut to counter and evade Cerrone's punches. Cerrone did not have a variety of strikes against Tony. Whenever he's pressured and the fight is not going well, he tries to use his bull rushing combo. He used it several times in this fight. Check out the analysis I did in the first round of this fight. I talk about the check hook. I talk about how Tony used the check hook to counter Cerrone when he rushes. We're in the first 30 seconds of the fight and he used the check hook twice. This time he used it to land the blow on the bull and get out of the way. At 4 minutes and 24 seconds, Cerrone rushed again and there's a counter with a check hook. This time he missed, These hooks contribute to damage the eye and consequently fight stoppage, and he landed several more hooks throughout the fight. Another key to victory is the tip or front kick to the body. He landed 10 front kicks in this round alone. Front kicks disrupt your opponent's rhythm, and to be hit with this amount of kicks is just terrible for your momentum. Tony used it twice at 4 minutes and 37 seconds, and Cerrone felt annoyed and tried to attack him again with the bull rushing combo. Tony evaded it by backing off. Notice that this is a position where Tony uses elbows, and he could have used his hook to counter. This time he did not throw elbow nor the hook. He's reading Cerrone. He was setting up his traps for later. At 2 minutes and 43 seconds, he used the elbow and hurt Cerrone, and he tried to use elbows several more times in this fight. Now at 4 minutes and 20 seconds, pay close attention to this exchange. Tony threw a couple of punches and Cerrone retreated to be out of punching range. This punch's purpose is to disguise his attack, blur Cerrone's vision, and put Cerrone in his kicking range. When Cerrone was in the right position, or in the position where he wants Cerrone to be in, he landed 2 kicks to the body and 1 to the thigh, and followed up by a punch to defend any attacks that may come from his opponent. Here's another moment where he landed a running kick, jab, right hook, and a front kick. That's a lot of shots that Cerrone let him get away with, and they're the ones that steal your rounds. In this case, they just bury Cerrone.